Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Oh, and real quick before we jump in, the product link is in the description if you want to check it out as we go. Okay, so today we're looking at a piece of countertop tech that's kind of like a holy grail for beverage lovers, the EU Homey Nugget ice maker. Picture this, right? You're hosting some friends, the drinks are flowing, and boom, you realize you're totally out of ice. Your fridge can't keep up, you're wrestling with those annoying plastic trays, or worse, someone's got to make a desperate mid-party run to the gas station. We've all been there, right? Well, this explainer is all about how this specific machine literally eliminates that headache, bringing pro-level ice production straight into your kitchen.
Okay, let's dive into this. That deep, primal craving for the good ice. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You hit up a drive-thru or your favorite diner and you get that perfectly chewy, crunchy, porous ice in your drink. People call it Sonic ice or hospital ice, and man, it has a serious cult following, and for good reason. Unlike those giant rock-hard cubes that just water down your drink, Nugget ice is actually made of tightly compressed flakes. Because it's porous, it literally absorbs the flavor of whatever you put it in. So when you finish your soda or iced coffee, you're left with a cup full of flavorful, soft ice that won't crack your teeth. You've definitely sat there and thought, man, I really wish I had this exact ice at home. Well, that's exactly what this little machine is engineered to do.
So, usually, getting that kind of premium, high-volume ice meant a major appliance installation. You had to call a plumber, cut into your water lines, and totally tear up your kitchen. Not anymore. The engineering here is all about simplicity. It's a brilliantly simple setup-to-sip process. Step 1, you just pour drinking water right into the reservoir. Step 2, press the single ice/clean button. And step 3, well, you're enjoying your cold drinks. There is absolutely no permanent plumbing required. Whether you're renting an apartment, outfitting a dorm room, or just want a killer coffee bar in your home office, it's just pure plug-and-play convenience.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the turnaround time. 6 minutes. Seriously, 6 minutes. That's incredibly fast from the moment you hit that button to actually having fresh, scoopable Nugget ice ready to go. I mean, think about the standard alternative. Carefully balancing wobbly plastic trays, inevitably spilling water all over your floor, shoving them into a packed freezer, and then waiting like 4 to 6 agonizing hours for them to freeze. With this, you don't even have to plan ahead. If your friends literally just pulled into the driveway, you just pour the water in, hit start, and by the time you've said hello and grabbed the glasses, you've already got fresh ice.
And, you know, the design is just exceptionally well thought out. The sleek black exterior easily blends right into a modern kitchen. It honestly looks way more like a high-end coffee maker than a bulky piece of industrial equipment. But it's not just about aesthetics, it's super functional. Notice that clear top cover? That's actually brilliant. It lets you check your ice levels without constantly opening the machine. Because every time you open a freezer, all that precious cold air escapes, forcing it to work way harder and wasting energy. This transparent window totally solves that. Plus, pairing that with the perfectly sized little scoop makes grabbing your ice completely effortless, and thankfully, mess-free.
So how much ice are we talking about here? Well, 34. I really want to pause on that number for a second, because it represents the core power of this machine, and it's actually wild for something this size. Even though it's compact enough to tuck right underneath your standard kitchen cabinets, this thing pumps out a massive 34 pounds of Nugget ice every single day. To put that into perspective, that's like lugging home 3 or 4 of those giant heavy bags of ice from the convenience store freezer. It is a near industrial level of output, packed right into a consumer-friendly form factor.
And this brilliantly illustrates what that output actually looks like. Just a beautiful, overflowing basket of perfectly shaped Nugget ice that is constantly replenishing itself. Having 34 pounds a day on tap fundamentally changes how you host. If you're throwing a packed weekend barbecue, a holiday party, or if you're just a family that drinks iced tea and cold brew coffee all day long, you are practically never going to run out. That stressful mid-party panic of, oh no, the ice bucket is empty, totally gone. You will never again have to send that awkward text begging an arriving guest to stop for a bag of ice.
But let's be real for a second. Usually, in the world of kitchen gadgets, high volume equals high maintenance. We've all bought an appliance that works great, but is such an absolute nightmare to clean that it just ends up collecting dust in a cabinet somewhere. Well, here, heavy-duty ice making is perfectly balanced with practically zero effort upkeep. You get the incredible output of fresh ice without sacrificing your Saturday afternoon to scrubbing complicated machinery. The engineers knew the only way you'd use this every day is if the maintenance was basically invisible, which brings us right to its dual cleaning functions.
Let's dig into how that maintenance actually works. One of the biggest reasons people avoid ice makers is the risk of mold, mildew, and mineral buildup in those dark little water lines. It makes the ice taste terrible, and it is notoriously hard to clean. But this machine literally handles its own hygiene. It's equipped with an automatic self-cleaning mode, plus an all-around deeper cleaning function. When you turn it on, it forcefully flushes water all the way through the internal system in the freezing cylinder. It completely removes the stress, the endless scrubbing with tiny brushes, and the mess. You get all the pros of an endless, fresh-tasting ice supply without any of the dreaded cleanup.
So the crucial point is, because you don't have to plumb this into a permanent water line, and because it handles its own cleaning, it's incredibly versatile. It's not just a kitchen appliance, it is a portable ice factory. Thanks to this super convenient built-in handle, the ways you can use this go way beyond your house. Yes, it's absolutely perfect for your kitchen and home parties. But imagine picking it up and tossing it in the RV for a cross-country summer road trip, or setting it up next to the picnic table on a glamping trip. As long as you have a standard power source and some fresh water, you've got top-tier, restaurant-quality Nugget ice literally anywhere you go.
All right, so if you are looking to seriously upgrade your beverage setup, whether that's for the kitchen, the home office, or your next road trip, the product link is in the description right down below to check it out for yourself. But exploring the engineering and sheer convenience of this machine leaves us with one pretty provocative thought. Once you experience having 34 pounds of perfectly crunchy, chewable, flavor-absorbing Nugget ice ready to go at all times, with literally zero cleanup hassle, why would you ever settle for boring, slow-freezing hard ice cubes again? Seriously, think about it. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.